Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting episode of the Super Carlin Gaming Mario Kart 8 Roulette Challenge, where Ben and I are trying to 3-star every cup with randomly chosen carts and characters. Ben, are you ready?
I think so.
I think so.
Although I had such a great rig last time, I'm really fearful that I'm just gonna completely crash and burn this go around.
Now on the flip side, I had a real bad rig.
No, I love it.
I mean, it looks cool.
It does.
But
Look how,
it didn't.
The engines are just constantly pulsing.
Like direct powertrain, that just goes right into
That's right into that mystery block.
Yeah. Who even knows what's powering it?
Oh.
Gosh. Okay, well, let's get some dice rolls. Maybe
I feel
we'll
like
do better.
You could maybe use something bigger than a 2-cylinder, but...
Right.
28.
Oh, boy, so 7, 14, 21, 28. Donkey Kong. Oh, man, we haven't had Donkey Kong, I feel like, in a while. All right, man, another heavy character, though. It's tricky.
No.
Oh, yes!
No.
Yes, Ben got
Not Roy!
Ben, I don't love our odds all of a sudden.
Oh,
Me
I
either.
don't want to...
I hate Roy.
Roy's no good.
It's so funny.
Oh, my gosh. Look at his dumb shower cap.
Ugh.
Why does he got the little stars on there? He looks like... Gosh, I don't... It doesn't
15.
look like nearly intimidating enough.
Look at those fangs. Fangs, Jay.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yes.
gonna be... This is awful.
Oh my god, please
Oh my
stay
God.
exactly that way.
Can we roll a 0?
23.
The Crimson Slims. For a
was
second,
really
I was
hoping
like,
it was gonna be
is
the-
23 the number of tires? Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. 10.
All right, I look a little ridiculous. Yeah. It's not much better than last time.
Donkey Kong just driving a bucket.
Yeah. I look like a monkey in a bucket. All right, or an ape, I guess. Whatever.
16.
Semantics.
I don't know. Monkey in a bucket has a certain ring to it.
Monkey in a bucket. That's a YouTube channel.
Oh, man. That's a...
Every episode is just adorable monkeys in buckets.
Yeah, what is the thing called?
In
the
slow
bitty buggy.
motion, the bitty buggy.
17.
Yes, yes! Oh, look at this! Oh my
man.
gosh, I love
25.
it. Man, we are just gonna be so awful. There you go.
man.
Yours
Man.
is not as bad as mine. You at least have more acceleration than speed, but your weight is still pretty hefty.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to see how it goes. What cup are we on today? We're into the Triforce Cup. All right. Oh, there's a rainbow road
Triforce Cup is
where
rough.
there's no edges.
Oh jeez, that's
No edge.
not good
It's
for
bad.
me.
It's rough. Okay. Maybe at least the questions will be good. We can really focus on the advice in this episode. I
Yeah,
think.
because
right.
I mean, there's really no chance.
There's
of us
not.
getting
It doesn't. I mean, I'm in a clown car.
I'm reverse psychologying our situation
the game.
today.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my gosh. We're
have,
in
like,
like the
similar
weirdest.
rigs.
We do. We both have like the tiny circular things.
and we're both huge.
And we're both huge characters, yeah. This is... Oh,
Oh,
Ben's
no,
already
bad
burning
start.
out.
All
Oh
right,
my
Shiloh Tessereau.
Hey, what's up,
Yeah,
Shiloh?
Shiloh.
Ooh.
He says, help! I was
Help!
dared not to drink soda or any carbonation for a year. If I succeed, I got $100. The problem
What?
is that I love Mountain Dew, and I'm always surrounded by it. Any advice on resisting a craving?
Okay, here you go.
LaCroix.
First of all,
No carbonation.
well, LaCroix is
Oh,
carbonation.
sorry.
But,
I wasn't paying attention.
milk! No. let me cure your Mountain Dew craving right now. Look up how much sugar is in Mountain Dew, and like look for the one where where someone's holding up a bag of sugar next to the Mountain Dew. And when I say bag, I mean more like it's almost a garbage bag, because it's embarrassing how much sugar is in there.
How much Mountain Dew is in sugar?
It's
you mean?
almost, yeah, it's embarrassing how little Mountain Dew is in sugar. You know what I mean? Like, they should just call it. Yeah, it's like you're not gonna want to keep drinking it after you see this picture, because
think
it's awful.
you can literally
It's like
sweeten your
drinking
coffee with Mountain Dew.
17 pixie dust things. What are those things called? Pixie sticks. It's like. It's worse than if you'd be better off just drinking pixie sticks. Maybe that's what you should do. No carbonation, just pixie sticks.
Just eat
On that
half
note,
the amount
just-
of pixie sticks as you would have.
As you would have.
Who was the guy that came up with pixie sticks? Was he just like, what if we just color the sugar?
Yeah, what if we just color the sugar? Why
in a
are we?
small
That's
straw
right.
tube.
That's candy.
People are manufacturing this thing into other things and doing all this marketing. What if we just package the sugar itself?
You could almost see the guy creating it sitting at a diner, holding his like straw wrapper and like a sugar packet, and being
It's
like,
like, wait a
"Oh
minute.
my gosh."
Wait a minute. Something's happening.
"I'm onto something."
So, Yeah, just look it up. You'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe I was ingesting this. It's no good.
It's no good.
And then also, if you really need a craving, just carry like a Pez dispenser or Pixie Sticks around with you. And anytime you feel the need to drink soda, just eat the sugar raw without the carbonation instead.
Yeah, because that's the actual craving that you're. It's not like you are
Yeah.
thirsty and you're like, I need Mountain Dew. You're probably addicted to sugar.
Also, if you just stop all this carbon, enjoy being like acne free for a while.
Yeah, right?
That's
Also,
gonna be great.
Yeah, there is so much to be said. Really, the prize at the end of this tunnel is not $100.
Right.
The prize is you won't need to drink Mountain Dew
The prize is
anymore.
like you're gonna lose so much weight and you're going to
look great,
look
feel
great. You're gonna feel great. Drink water. That's a good one too. Crystal Light. Crystal Light is great. Mix that in with your water.
Or Mio.
That's like
Yes,
the little
Mio.
droplets.
Yes, Mio is good. Like, change your water to be better, and then you will drink it more. And the benefits are just great. So there you go. I hope that helps. I honestly really hope that helps.
All right, awesome. Luke Hunter.
Hey, Luke! What a great name, Luke
Great.
Hunter. Unless you're hunting Luke's.
Oh gosh.
In which case, terrible name.
No, unless he's Luke Hunter. I am feeling pretty depressed. Not the disease, just generally being depressed. And I appreciate that he knows the difference at the moment and want to talk to someone about it. However, I think when I talk about these feelings with my friends, I am putting a burden on them and forcing them to be sympathetic and pathetic.
Oh, no.
And the question got cut off. I'm going to say the rest of the question is, what do I do?
No, that's a totally fair question. I mean, and I think in today's environment, like, I do see a lot of people that do kind of like have a tendency to consistently be hanging out their dirty laundry, so to speak, on social media platforms and stuff, where it's like, hey,
don't
please,
do that. Don't
please
do
give
that.
me sympathy. And it's
Oh
like,
my God.
so I understand like where maybe this fear could come from, because you could even have witnessed these people and be like, I do not want to be that person. Which
And
I
also,
can appreciate.
part of depression is feeling exactly that thing.
Right, like yeah.
Yeah, so like one of the things is that like Beth was recently going through a little bit of like postpartum stuff. And like it's like such a vicious cycle because oh no, I hit the dumb ramp. She would like feel like she could, really count on me or her mom, but then what would start to like, depress her or bring her back down was feeling like that we were getting tired of dealing with it. And it was just like not true at all, like we're there for her. So I understand why you might feel like you're putting a burden on your friends, but that's just totally normal. And like your friends want to be there for you. They don't want you to feel this way.
Sure. And I would say the other thing on the other hand too, like if you are in fear of kind of like burying them in the request for some type of positive reinforcement, is if they reinforce you with something, don't continue to go to them over and over and over necessarily like with the same thing looking for that reinforcement. Like I know I have met people before, and maybe this is what leads to people doing it on social media, where there is a bit of like, if you express a certain sadness, does this make sense? Am I going?
Yeah, no,
I
it's
think
like a positive feedback loop, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
I did the thing, and then that made me feel a little better, so now I'm going to keep doing the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like, listen to what they're saying and genuinely follow their advice, and don't necessarily just look for like a feel good. Look for like solutions, if that makes sense. I don't mean for that to sound critical. I'm afraid that there's some version of that sounded like I was suggesting not to go and talk to your friends, but that's not what my intent was.
Let's go to another one. Paige Isabella, which sounds like a sentence. Hey, Ben and Jay, I need your help.
Oh
I'm
boy.
starting college next week, and I need advice on how to make friends.
Oh,
I
man.
graduated early, so I'm only 16 and living at home.
Wow.
But any advice on how to make friends and get adjusted, even though I'm
Man.
younger than most?
Dang, what a
man,
question.
First off, good for you. Ed.
Yeah, congratulations.
Good,
That's
congrats.
amazing.
Do you know about beer pong or? No, don't. You're just way too young. Way too young. Way too young. Do not. Especially if
Paige
you're
will
living
literally
at
be
home.
done with college.
Literally
before
done
she
with
turns
college. Yeah, you're
21.
too smart for that, Paige. I believe in you. Man, that is tricky. I didn't know. I didn't know like any 16-year-olds at college. That's probably not making Paige feel any better. Let's see. I think I would imagine people are going to be impressed with you for being so young. I wonder where she's going or what the whole story is.
I think that maybe because she's so young and going to college, she's obviously very studious, and I think that the place to make friends would be any kind of organization that.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Somewhere where there's going to be like-minded people that are looking to sort of chase that particular, aspiration.
Right.
Which is, obviously the functional purpose of college is chasing that aspiration.
The answer to this question is always get involved in some way, like find a group. No, join a group. Yes. So wow, that was crazy. I can't believe someone saw that win. That was great. I had to I was in second.
The delivery was very funny,
the blue shell was gonna hit them, and it was gonna hit me on the pass, and I had to. Anyway, you saw it. You were watching, probably. Ben, you just avoided some punishment, or I don't know if we ever determined what it was, but you avoided it nonetheless. So
thank goodness.
About
yeah.
Yeah.
That was not particularly great.
Boosh, boosh. Man,
I don't like this rig nearly as much as last episode's rig.
Tuesday's rig.
Yeah.
Man, I'm doing okay. It turns out that I think this small center of gravity, kind of this like circular bucket shape, is not bad for these particular stats.
Okay.
Which I think has been the problem sometimes when you get these big wide things. But this one's been okay. I'm surprised by it, but I'm pleasantly surprised. We're still not going to get the 3-star because I crashed. No!
Oh, no!
I got a bad start.
Both had a bad
oh my
start.
gosh. Okay. The race is on. Move. Get out of the
Did we answer
way.
that question? Are we moving to the next one?
I feel like we insufficiently answered it because maybe we just weren't qualified to answer it.
I know. You're so much smarter than us. Why are you asking us? My gosh.
Yeah, no, I largely think basically what it's going to come down to is just absolutely finding ways to just be involved with.
And Derek, did it say she was going to be just living at home?
Yeah, just living at home.
In which case, I imagine you're also just still around the people who were like your friends in high school, or so don't like discount them immediately either.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You've probably still got some friends, and if you're not like living away from home, it's not going to be as hard to like connect with them as well. So, they're still there for you, hopefully.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We've got 2 questions that are essentially the same question. One from a young man, one from a young woman.
Okay.
First is Prime Motion, whose name is also Steven. I have a problem which will be nice when I'm older. I'm 20, but I have the face and looks of a 15 to 16-year-old. When I go out with my family to restaurants and such, I don't feel like I'm taken serious sometimes. Also, this is a problem because when I try to ask women on dates, even though I dress nice, they still think I'm under 18. Which, well, what else can I do to seem more my age? P.S. This makes me more shy around women, even though with friends I'm outgoing. Trinka B has the same issue, who is basically just like, how can I get people to take me seriously when I'm older and look way younger?
Interesting.
I think a good way to get around this is, I don't know how good you are at growing a beard.
Yeah, that made a massive difference for me.
Big difference for Benjamin over here. Woo, first, man, I cannot believe I hit one tiny dumb bump on the Rainbow Road, and now we're gonna not 3-star. This is such a bummer.
Yeah, no, I actually dealt with a lot of the same things. So, again, like, sort of going back to the idea that out of college, I was sort of this, like, baby-faced kid that, like, had my own business, and I got a particularly large contract with a local museum, which made it so that I was very consistently, like, in boardrooms with, like, very high-achieving people in our area that were all, in their probably later 30s at youngest, but probably more likely in their 50s, 60s. Like, these were like, leadership-type people, and it was very, very, very difficult to be taken seriously in that environment when you just have so much less experience. And so I guess this had less to do with me in like a social way and more like a professional way. But yeah, absolutely. When I grew a beard, that was something that like it seemed to just shift so much about the way that I was outwardly received.
There you go.
And some of it even could just be like, I know the other thing that I did around this time was got on a very regular haircut schedule.
That was gonna be my next thing, like haircut and like hair on purpose, Hair on, yes, like absolutely. The way I wore my hair until I was about 22 was it grows out of my head.
Right.
Right. That was my hairstyle.
Oh my
I have
gosh.
hair.
Our little cousins, they're not even little now. They're like
they're taller than us. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but
we had such a lead on them.
We did. I don't know what happened. But they all, I feel like our aunt is so spectacular about making them look properly groomed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is probably something that we actively were resisting, so it's no fault of our parents.
The style at our high school was very much the shaggy hair look.
With the head toss
head
thing.
flick, you know?
We're doing the head flick
It's
thing.
very much like that. We would just look like every other guy in our high school. It was
Yeah.
fine, you know?
So yeah, if you look at early days SCB with both of our haircuts, it's
See a little
not
bit of
good. And it has since come a very long way. But one of the things I get my haircut every 3 weeks. And for the longest time, it was every 6 months, which basically meant that I would go get it cut really short, and then it would grow back out for 6 months, and then I would get cut really short. And that was it. So I go every 3 weeks. That's my new schedule.
There you go. So basically, by maintaining the hair on your head and on your face, you can make yourself look older. And feel more confident.
Also start
about the
lifting
world.
weights. It never hurts to lift weights.
It doesn't hurt to lift weights, right?
I don't know if any of this advice is going to help Trinka, though. She'd be the young woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
She should
sure.
also
Probably-
grow facial hair.
Probably
No,
don't grow facial hair.
Maybe don't grow facial hair.
Yeah.
Lifting weights though can still always help.
Lifting weights
Yeah,
might.
true.
I could also. I'd still like. There's probably a different hairstyle for like an elder professional woman or something to make you look older, or even just like the way. It's probably more of a fashion choices here that might have the same effect for women.
Also true.
as opposed to just. I mean, that's the thing. Also, if you just dress like more of an adult, that might help you. Those are my thoughts on that. Those are my thoughts on that. I don't know how to make a girl look older.
That is a tricky one, and it's not something I feel like I've witnessed as much is women who look so young that it's problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beth
It's
has
a
this
quote-unquote problem until you're like 27, and then it's great.
And then,
Right.
then it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. So you know what? Just suffer through your problem.
Yes, I will show you my
And,
ID.
right.
Oh man, someone ID'd me the other day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah. At some point, it starts being such a compliment. You're like,
Right.
Yes. Oh my gosh, do I look 20? Is that what you're saying? I look at great. Awesome.
I will take it.
I will take it. You don't think I'm even 21 yet? Woo! Spoilers. 29.
29.
For now.
Crazy.
The big 3-0
Big
coming
3,
up
yeah,
right
it's
around
coming
the
up in
corner.
like 2 weeks. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode and found the advice helpful. Look up Mountain Dew sugar content. It'll be horrifying. And like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future Mario Kart action from us.
Don't forget to leave questions.
Don't forget to leave questions. Derek loves really weird, off-the-wall, interesting questions.
Oh, that's the best.
The more detailed, the better.
The more detail, the less I like a person. What do I do? The more likely he is to pick you. Just there you go. That's a hint from me, noticing how Derek picks the questions.
Yes.
So
yes.
I look forward to your weird advice-needing situations.
Right.
In a future episode.
I agree. This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
I hope we have to do research while we play.
Oh man, right? Like, can you
Oh,
look
pause.
up? Hold on, I've got Google
How
open
do you
here.
make your own spaghetti?
All right, we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Quality 8th place.